877-8470.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. TCM is looking overseas for its inspiration this evening as we show you American remakes of various international films. And up next is one of the most entertaining films of the entire decade of the 1980s. It's Victor Victoria, a movie that's not only witty and offbeat, but so good it earned Academy Award nominations for Julie Andrews, for Robert Preston, and for Leslie Ann Warren. It even inspired a later stage version, one that Julie Andrews played on Broadway for a couple of years. It's all based on a German musical comedy from 1933 called Victor und Victoria, and it has a plot line that's just about as convoluted as you could get. Julie Andrews plays a woman who pretends to be a man who's a female impersonator. Meanwhile, James Gardner is a tough guy who begins falling in love with Julie, which really confuses him because he thinks Julie is a man. And that's but the tip of the iceberg. It's a movie you can say takes as bold a statement about sexuality by its director, Blake Edwards, as anyone ever did. Or you could just enjoy it as a madcap musical comedy with liberal doses of slapstick included. I have to say, this is one of those movies that, if it hadn't worked, it would have been a real disaster. But it does work, right? Down the line. It also marked a reunion for Julie Andrews and James Gardner, 18 years after their working together in the underrated film The Americanization of Emily, which had been written by Patty Chayefsky. Something else about Victor Victoria, it was the last great movie hurrah for the wonderful Robert Preston after a long and distinguished career in films and on Broadway. He came close to going home with the Best Supporting Actor Oscar that year, but the winner in that category for 1982 was Lou Gossett Jr. for his great work in An Officer and a Gentleman. Victor Victoria was filmed, by the way, at the Pinewood Studios in London, although the film is set in Paris, but done by a Hollywood cast and director, which sounds almost as convoluted as the story in the movie. From 1982, here's Victor Victoria.